All right, so our theme today is letting go. We're going to work a lot in our hips today. We carry a lot of emotional baggage in our hips and kind of negative energy and memories. So we're going to work with our exhale being the releasing of the past through the exhalation, thinking of the inhale being inhaling into the present, and we can exhale the past. And we'll start by coming into child's pose. Having the knees to the outer lines of the mat. Stretching the arms here. Let's start with active arms, grounding through the palms, spreading the fingers, bringing the forehead to the mat. Closing the eyes. Starting to feel the breath here in the body. I'm going to mute you here, Marianne. Actually, maybe you can mute yourself. I'm not sure how to do that on the iPad. Thank you. All right, so breathing in, let's breathe into the back ribs. Feel the back ribs widen and expand. And as we breathe out, soften the belly, soften the chest, inviting the torso to sink. Breathing into the back body, wide, expansive inhale. And exhaling the front body, heavy, hips towards the heels. Deep breath into the back. And slow exhale out. Good. Starting to get connected to the sound of the Ujjayi breath, the rhythm of your breath here. The essence of the practice is this connection of body, movement, and breath. So inviting that breath, really intentional deep breathing. This also slows down and calms the nervous system when we breathe in this way. Start to feel your energy start to settle a little bit. The busyness of the morning coming into stillness. I invite you to bring to mind one memory from your past that is no longer serving you, something that holds some intense negative energy or baggage. So this could be something that's happened in the past far a long time ago, or something that recently happened. For me, it's not getting my suitcase back yet from my flight on Monday. So I'm still, annoyed about that, but I'm trying to let that go. So I'm going to be working with that. So something that you can let go of, this emotional energy that you have the capacity to release today through your practice, or at least shift a little bit. As we hold this emotional energy in our body, in our physical bodies, can we start to move that energy around? Inhaling into the present, exhaling to let that energy go. Slowly shift forward on the inhale, shoulders over wrists, and we exhale, shift back, hips to heels, child's pose. Really strong in the arms. Inhale, slowly shift forward as far as you can. Exhale, drawing hips to heels, moving with the breath. A slow inhale, shift forward, engaging the fingertips. Exhale, shift back. Good. Inhale up to table, bringing the knees right underneath the hips here. We'll come down to our left elbow. We're going to lift and lower that right leg. So reach the right leg as high behind you as possible. And then look at your left hip, hugging that left hip in line with the knee. So squeezing that left hip in. Start to lift and lower your right leg. So as high as you can up, squeeze the glute at the top, and then lowering it back down. Without moving in the left hip, keeping that left leg steady and centered. Really find that squeeze at the top, turning on the right glute. Nice. Hold that leg up and then gentle pulses, really tiny pulses as high as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come up to that left palm. Keep the right leg lifted. Reach it all the way over to the right. You might come onto your right fingertips here. Tapping that right foot down to the right. Lift it up and over, big circle over to the left. Tap it over to the left as far as you can. And then again, big semicircle through that right leg. Let's stay lifted in the chest here. You can gaze forward and down and feel that right glute start to wake up and turn on. Biggest circles you can make. Mary Ellen, do you mind muting your microphone, please? And thanks.
Sorry.
No worries. All right, let's drop that right leg over to the right. Taking a deep inhale, reach the right arm to the sky. Lean back, open the chest. One more deep breath in. Breathing out to sweep the right arm under the left. Thread the needle, dropping that shoulder, dropping that right ear. Inhale, right arm to sky, leaning back. And exhale, sweeping the arm to sink the hips. One more like that. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice. Grounding the right palm. Keep your legs the same for cat-cow. We'll inhale, lift the chest, look forward, lift the hips. Exhale from your pelvis, initiate the movement. Okay, so as you inhale, feel the pelvis moving first, and then that ricochets up the spine, waving the spine from that movement in the hips. One more deep inhale, chest forward. Exhale. Good. Inhale through center, tuck your left toes under, lifting that back knee, grounding through the palms, bring the right into the chest. Squeeze that thigh up, press the palms forward, bringing the forehead down towards that right knee, making a little bit of a C shape in the body. Good. Step it back to plank. Finding center plank as we breathe in, tapping the knees down. Keep your toes tucked under as you come to child's pose. Pressing back through the heels and the hips, and we're going to shift forward and back. So exhale here. On your inhale, forward to plank, knees will lift up, chest shifts forward. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale to plank as far forward as possible. Knees tap, exhale, child's pose. One more, forward on the inhale. Back on the exhale. Good. Coming back to sit on the heels, walk your hands towards you. Keep your toes tucked. If it's okay to come up to hands on thighs. Nice, and let's circle out the wrist here. So just make a fist. And take some circles to release through the wrist. We'll flick our fingers and take some big circles through the arms, like you're flicking water off your hands. Waking up the fingers, waking up the hands. And let's come forward for the other side. So table pose, the right elbow will land. We'll lift our left leg behind us. Holding here, look down to the right hip and hug that right hip into center as you lift and lower your left leg. Nice and slow, and feel all the muscles on that left leg squeezing. You're going to feel this in your left glute and your outer right glute by hugging that hip in. Last one, let's keep it lifted and pulse. Tiny, tiny pulses in that left leg as high as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up to that right palm. Keep the left leg lifted and send it over to the left. Come onto your left fingers here. Tapping the foot down. And as big and wide circles as you can make through that left leg. Staying lifted and strong in your chest. Yeah. Everyone feeling this nice and deep in the glutes? So good. Let's land the leg out to the left. Take the left arm to the sky. Take your deepest inhale possible. And exhale, let something go as you thread the needle, drop the shoulders. Inhale, stand open across the chest. Exhale. One more like that. With your inhale, reach as tall as you can. Exhale, sinking through the hips and the chest. Bringing the left palm flat. So this time we'll inhale into cat spine, curling the spine. And as you exhale, send the hips up, chest forward to cow. From your pelvis, inhale, cat. From the pelvis, exhale, peel the chest through. One more deep, wide inhale into the back. And exhale, look forward, tucking through the right toes here. Lifting that right knee, bring the left knee into the chest plank. Take your shoulders a bit behind your wrist, press the palms forward, dropping the head to crow. Good, and then let's step it back to downward dog, bending through the knees here. Let your hips shift side to side, move through your head, wake up your spine. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale deep. Exhale. Forward to plank on the inhale, bringing the knees to the floor. Let's come all the way down to the belly, pointing the toes. We'll take the hands forward and wide here, pulling the floor towards us as we slowly lift the spine into cobra. And then find that push and pull. As you pull the floor towards you, take your chest further forward and lift, keeping the pelvis heavy. Let's exhale, roll down, and take two more with the inhale, waving the spine up. Exhale, waving it down, every vertebrae part of that movement. One more breath in. And out. Sliding the palms, inhale, pressing through table here. Back to downward dog, exhale. Bringing the big toes together in down dog, lifting the heels high like you're wearing stilettos. Really reach up and back through the hips. Lift the right leg when you're ready. And bend the knee, squeeze the heel to the glute. Let's take one really big circle through that right knee. So take the right knee over to the right. Bring it all the way towards the right shoulder in plank. Bring it over to that left shoulder and then back up behind us. Good. And then looking forward to step outside the right hand. We'll tap our left knee, find our fingertips. Settle the hips heavy and lift the chest. As you breathe out, let the pelvis sink. Feel that stretch through the left thigh, left hip. Bringing the foot just underneath the knee. And then we'll slowly lift and lower that left leg behind us. So inhale to stretch that leg. Exhale to gently tap it back down. Good. Pressing that left heel back. Try not to move the hips. So the hips stay in the same line as we stretch and lower the knee. Tap the knee and hold. We'll stretch the right leg here. Pulse the hips back. Walk the fingertips forward. Maybe shift your hips side to side. Stretching that right hamstring as much as possible. Looking forward. Inhale, shifting back to that right foot. Step the left foot forward outside of the hand. So we're in a short squat position, just to the outer lines of the mat. Let's bend our knees, come halfway down with our hips. So hips parallel to the floor, chest reaching forward, look forward. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. As you exhale, lift your hips, drop your head, parallel your feet to fold. Turn the feet open, bend the knees again. So it's a little bit of a wider squat each time. We look forward, we inhale. We lift the hips, we pivot the heels and fold. Exhale. Turn the feet again, inhale. Now you're in a wider squat. We'll take the hands to the side, lift the chest, shifting side to side in the feet as we actively open through the knees. Good. When you're ready, take your arms to the sky. Stay super low in your hips. Squeeze the knees open and pulse the hips. Breathe. Lifting the gaze, getting as low as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, stretch it up, parallel the feet here. Exhale, take the hands behind the back, right thumb on top of left, interlace. Inhale, opening across the chest. We'll bend our knees and fold here, inviting the arms up and over any amount. Let the shoulders drop to the ears, let your chin come towards your chest. Deep exhale to feel this release in the shoulders. One more deep breath in. Full, complete exhale to the bottom. Taking the hands to the lower back and then fingertips in front of you. We'll bring our palms flat in front of us. We're going to hop the feet into center, bend the knees. Gently hop to land in center and then hop the feet back out. Feel like this, shifting the weight into the palms. Making our hops as light as possible. Beautiful. Land the feet into center, coming halfway up. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Reaching the arms overhead, deep breath in to look up. Bringing palms to heart, equal standing. Exhale, sweep the arms. Inhale, look up. Exhale to fold. Halfway, inhale here, step into plank. Holding our plank pose for a moment, lifting through the belly. Let's lower the knees, bring the right elbow down, bring the left elbow down. Come right back to the right palm, left palm, 2 more like that. Elbow, elbow, starting with the right, palm, palm. Nice, strong and stable through our core. And the next time we lower all the way to the belly. Keep the hands by the ribs. Let's lift the chest. Hold here, squeeze the elbows in. Take the chest forward. Hover the legs when you're ready. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing the thighs. Take one more deep breath. Lift up a little bit higher. And release down. Exhale, pressing through table breath in. Downward facing dog, exhale. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. The toes will touch. We'll lift the left leg, bending through the knee, opening the hip. Keeping that right leg pretty stable as we send the left knee over to the left. Slowly bring it forward towards the elbow. Slowly bring it towards the right elbow. And then back and open behind you. Inhale, look forward. Stepping outside that left hand. Tapping the right knee and finding the fingertips. Make sure it's a really long and wide lunge here. Get really heavy in the hips. And then without lifting the hips up and down, just try to stretch that right heel back and gently tap the knee again. Yeah. Getting length through the front of the right thigh. Minimizing the movement up and down in the hip. Let's land the knee and then stretch the hips back. Walking forward through the fingers, shifting the hips side to side. Finding our lunge again here. Stepping that right foot forward into our shorter lunge. Or sorry, shorter squat. Bending the knees, lifting the chest. The same as before. We inhale, look forward. We exhale, pivot the heels to fold. Turn out the feet. Inhale, back to your squat. Exhale, parallel feet to fold. One more like that. Breath in. Hands to thighs as we exhale. Coming up once again, so the knees are over the ankles. You can adjust that really wide squat. Nice. This time, interlacing the fingers to press the palms forward and curl the belly back. As you curl, tuck the tailbone under so much and send the knees wide. 3 for 5. If you wish, tiny pulses in the hips for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach up, inhale, stretch the legs. Exhale, parallel your feet. Inhale here, coming forward halfway down only. So torso comes parallel to the floor. Find your core strength. Slowly, slowly bring your left fingertips underneath your face. Reach your right arm to the sky to twist. Good. Keep sending your chest forward, your hips back, and feel those right ribs open. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Finding center again, arms wide. Slowly lower the right fingertips. Send the chest forward. Let your hips move as they will here. Right hip will lower a little bit. Wrapping the left wrist open. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Finding center, inhale. Bring your palms flat, just ahead of your shoulders, exhale. So option to hop the feet in and out again. A little bit harder is to tap the feet and land back out. So we tap and land wide. Optional. We're transferring weight and we're making our hops as light as possible. Staying grounded through the palms to support this movement. Yeah, that's it. Bring the feet to center. Good. Stretch the legs when you're ready. Taking the hands to the shins. Deep breath in, lengthen halfway. Exhale through your mouth to fold. Inhale to reach the arms up. Bring the palms together and exhale. Palms to heart center. Hold here for 1 breath in. Feeling your heartbeat, feeling your presence. Exhale. Inhale, let's reach the arms for namaskar. Exhale to fold. Lengthening, inhale. Stepping the other foot first to plank, holding plank. Let the knees come down. Starting with the left elbow this time, left elbow down, right elbow down. Left palm, right palm. Minimizing the movement of the hips. Staying strong and lifted through the belly. Last one here. Next exhale, lowering all the way down to the belly. Point the toes just for 1 inhale. Lift the legs, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Pressing through table, inhale. Downward dog is your exhale. Let's hold this one a little longer. So get steady, get settled. Any last little adjustments to arrive. And enjoy your breath. Feel that energy of the breath, moving things, shifting things in your body. Your emotional body, your physical body. Bend the knees a little more here. Yeah, pressing through the palm. Good. Next, inhale, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale to walk or hop the feet. Coming halfway on your inhale. Open the mouth to sigh, exhale. Inhale, arms lifting. Palms connecting to the heart, exhale. 2 more like that, deep breath in, moving with breath here. Exhale, can you breathe a little bit longer and deeper? Inhale, lengthen. Finding plank, use your whole exhale to arrive. Now full breath in, use the knees or not as you lower, halfway or all the way to your belly. Cobra or up dog is your inhale. Nice, exhale, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Bring awareness to your palms. Can we distribute the weight evenly across the hands, especially the thumb edge of the hand as much as the pinky finger? Good. Next, inhale, lift the heels, look forward, exhale, lightly transition. Inhale, long through the spine, exhale, let something go, shoulders soft. Inhale, sweep the arms. Palms connect to heart, exhale. Last one on your own, we'll meet in downward dog. Move at your speed, your rhythm, could be faster or slower. Nice, in down dog, look at your legs. If your knees are straight, lift your kneecaps, engage your thighs, use the strength of your legs to draw those heels further back and down. Looking forward, and on your exhale, lightly transitioning. We'll meet here, separate the feet hip distance. I'm going to slide the palms underneath the feet to give the wrist a stretch. So feel free to bend the knees as much as needed so that your feet can come right into your palms. Press the feet down into the hands, folding the head to soften the neck. And then very gradually pressing the feet down to start to lift the sitting bones and perhaps lengthen the back of the legs a little bit. Return to the rhythm of your breath here, slowing down the heartbeat for a moment. One more deep breath in. And out. Releasing the hands, walking the big toes together. We'll come into chair, bend the knees. Take the arms straight ahead. We'll sink the hips. So looking down to see the toes, see if you can bring your thighs almost parallel today. So really get low in your torso and your legs, challenging your toes. And we'll bring the palms to the heart. We're going to figure 4 that right ankle, just above the left knee. Flexing that right foot. Finding our balance here. If you're at home, if you'd like to bring your hands onto rest. Steadying the gaze as we sit the hips back and down, moving the chest forward. For 3, 4, and 5. Landing back to chair. From chair, bring your left knee in towards your chest. Bring your palms onto the front of your left thigh. Press your hands down into your legs. Feel your abdominals turning on. And very slowly move it into warrior 3, but keep that core strength. Keep that lift in the belly as you extend your left leg back, take your chest forward and up. Keeping the right knee bent, eventually straight if you'd like. Finding balance and breath for 3. Letting yourself wobble, it's all good. 2. Good, big step back to a high lunge. We'll take the arms overhead. Start with that back leg nice and straight, chest lifted, arms lifted and engaged. And then we'll bend our left knee, find cactus arms. So tucking the tailbone here, squeezing that left glute, bend the elbows forward and lift the chest. Finding this back bend in the upper back as we neutralize the lower back. Yeah, so bending that back knee a little bit helps to draw that left hip under. Good. Super, super slow. Let's lower that left knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Left arm to sky. We'll take a twist here. So taking a side bend to start, over to the right. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale the left elbow to the outer right thigh. We'll bring the palms to the heart. Widen the elbows, send the chest through to the thumbs. Find this twist through the ribs by pressing the palms together. Any variation with your legs that you'd like to work with today. Let's free the shoulders for one last breath. Good. We're going to come out the same way we came in. So lower that knee if it's lifted. Find center. Reach your arms up. Going to lift back up slowly for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch both legs. Inhale. Let's open warrior 2. Exhale to land. Good. Take a look at that right knee. Spin it over the ankle. Get really low in your hips. Working really strong in the legs today. So challenging that depth of bend in that right knee, and then close your eyes. With your next exhale, let go. Sink into your pose by releasing tension in the upper body, in the jaw, and in the mind. What does that mean? To soften the mind, to be open to this experience without any sort of agenda or harshness. Good. Next, inhale, take the right arm up to the sky to reverse. Sink a little bit lower through your hips. Beautiful. Landing that right elbow to the side. Extended side angle pose, any version, maybe arm to sky or hand behind you. But most importantly today is the work of the legs, the energy of that support. Can we hover that right elbow off the leg for a moment? Yeah, can you feel that strength in your belly? Good. Last 2 breaths, challenging the pose any way that works for you. Beautiful. Reverse warrior is our next inhale. Sweeping the hands to the floor is our exhale. Let's find a center lunge. Ground that left palm. You can also do this next pose with the left elbow down. So it's a side plank variation. We wiggle that right foot halfway back. We find the outer line of the left foot. We lift our hips. We reach our right arm to the sky. And we're trying to stack our right hip directly on top of the left. And then lift your hips up as high as possible. Yeah, so flip your foot all the way to land the other way on the outer line, this line of the foot. So you can wiggle that right foot even more back. Yeah, okay. Pretty far back with that right foot. Yes, one more breath here. Good. Finding center plank, nice and slow. Center plank, we land the knees. Inhale, we come all the way down. Exhale. Let's rest the forehead on the hands for a moment, shaking the hips. Let your energy settle and ground. Let's take the arms straight ahead, point the toes, Shalabhasana pulses. We inhale, lift everything up, chest and leg. We exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift and squeeze the back body. Exhale, release. 3 more like that. Think of reaching long and lifting up. Find the different dynamics between the strengthening and the releasing, the inhale energy and the exhale energy. Slide the palms back, press through table. Downward dog. From here, we're going to take some hops. So just watch, if you haven't done this, we're going to bend the knees, look forward, gentle hop. We land back in down dog with the knees bent. So we're shifting the weight into the palms. Get pretty playful with this. See if you can shift your hips forward. Maybe stretch your legs in the air. Let's do 2 more. Nice. And then we'll hop forward. Take a moment to settle that energy. When you're ready, bend the knees for chair. super low in your hips. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. Bring the palms to the heart. Slowly bring that left ankle to figure four. Flexing the left foot. Starting up a little bit, and then as you feel stable, you can start to sink the hips again. Feel the chest forward. Stretching into that outer left hip for 3, 2, sinking a little bit lower here for 1. Stepping down to chair. Transition that right knee into the chest. Bring the palms to the thigh. Press those two things together actively. Curl the spine. Keep that core strength. Slowly, slowly extend to warrior 3 as the leg lifts, the chest lifts and moves forward. Can you strengthen that back leg to lift it up? Good. Can you keep strong through the core for 3, 2, and 1. A big step back to our high lunge. Stretching through the back leg to start, stretching up through the arms and the chest, bending the elbows and the back knee halfway, and then spinning the elbows forward to open the upper back. Squeezing the right glute to tuck the tail. Find that opening across the heart. Slowly lower that right knee as slow as you can. Left hand to thigh. We'll take the right arm to the sky. Side bend over to the left to start. Deep breath in. Exhaling the elbow to the outer thigh. And then lift your chest up a little bit here. You can bring your chest towards your thumb to widen your elbows. Good. Soften your shoulders. And enjoy this delicious spinal twist. Beautiful. We use the traction of the palms pressing. And to deepen. Inhale, find center, reach your arms up. Find the strength of your legs to slowly, slowly lift all the way to stretch the legs. Nice. Opening here towards warrior 2. Take your time, do any little adjustments so that left thigh can be ideally parallel to the floor. Once you've landed, closing the eyes really helps to settle your focus into the body. Noticing the tension in the upper body that can soften and drop with your exhale. Yes, keep drawing that left knee open. The right leg so strong and stable. Last breath. Taking the inhale to reverse. Keep the hips low. Left arm to sky. Stand up to that left hand. Slowly exhale the elbow to the thigh. Good work in the legs, everyone. Extended side angle, your version. Opening across the chest here. Feel the legs strong. Hover the left elbow for a moment or hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reverse one more time. Exhale, sweep the hands to the floor, ground the right palm. Pivoting that right foot to the outer line as we wiggle back to that left foot. So you can wiggle all the way back so it's underneath the knee. A little deeper is to keep the foot ahead of the knee, just more in the hips here. Wherever you are, lift your hips up. Stack the left hip over the right and breathe for 3. Yeah, good modification. You can also take the elbow down. That looks better. Yeah. Nice one. Center plank when you're ready. Lower down to your belly. Rest your forehead on your hand. Ground your energy. Soften the glutes. Bending the knees here. Keep your forehead down and just start to invite the thighs to get light on your mat. So it's a matter of squeezing a little bit in the glutes, lifting your knees up and down, keeping the knees bent, but lightening the thighs. Good. If you can keep your feet together as you do this. It's a very subtle movement, but there's a lot happening in the legs and the pelvis. Now lift your chest a little bit. Hold the knees up. Squeeze through the glutes. Slide your palms by your low ribs. Hug your elbows in. Lift your chest up a little bit higher. Good. Take your chest forward. Hug the elbows in. And then release that. Turn your head to the right. Release your arms down. Shake your hips side to side. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Same as before. Bring your palms flat, bend your knees, squeeze your glutes to lift your thighs as much as possible. Either staying here, lifting through the chest, or interlacing the hands, looping the shoulders, take the chest forward, breathing 3. Working the legs here, 2. Exhale, release. Turn your head left, soften the legs. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Last one here. Starting with the palms flat again, bend the knees. So any of those last 2 variations, or moving on to hold the outer ankles for bow. And then we'll press the ankles into the hands, lift the chest up to bow pose. Use the strength of your legs to lift up through the chest. Good. 3. 2, pressing back with the feet. And 1 to let go. Turn your head and soften. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale into the back. Find your way gently towards child's pose. Take your time, stretching out the lower back so it's an active press of the palms. Lengthening the hips to the heels. Whenever you're ready, shifting forward and finding downward dog. Moving the hips side to side, bending one knee at a time here. Bringing the right leg up, knee bent, open the knee and reach it as high as you can. One big circle through that right leg, knee out to the side. Big circle, knee to chest. And knee back and up, deep breath in. Pigeon pose as we exhale the knee to the right wrist. Either the back leg can be bent here to settle that right hip, or keeping that back leg straight with the right hip a little bit lifted. You can also slide something underneath the hip. So if you're bending the back knee, you might shift that right foot forward a little bit here to ground through the hip. And we'll slowly fold, just as long as you're feeling the stretch in the right hip rather than discomfort in the knee, then it's all good for you. If there's any knee pain, adjust. Get still, close the eyes and breathe into that hip. What are you letting go of today? So coming back to that intention, that memory or energy that you are working to shift a little bit. The sense of letting that go, not holding anything in the hips anymore, breathing the exhalations out of the hips. Good, last breath here. Slowly lift your chest, leaning into that right hip. And we'll swing that right or left leg around here to stack our knees right on top. So that left knee stacks right over the right, and we're going to ground to the left sitting bones. Take your hands to your hip creases. Use that energy down to ground the hips. Close the eyes. Feel the sensations in your legs, in your hips here. Notice where you feel this in the body, the quality of sensation. Inhaling the present, exhaling the past. If you'd like to shift forward with the chest, go ahead for your last 2 breaths here. Slowly releasing that, leaning back here to release the legs. Just shake them out in front of you. Oh, it's a good one. Let's drop our knees over to the right, both knees at 90 degrees. Yeah, doesn't really matter which side. We're just gonna go side to side. So the hands will be right behind us. We'll lift our left knee, and at the last possible moment, lift the right. Yeah, dropping over to the left. Lift the right knee at the last second, lift the left. Good. Rotating in the hips. Make it a little bit harder by taking your arms forward if you'd like. Totally optional. Adding a little bit of a twist at the end. I like to do that for fun. And even harder still, lift the feet and go side to side. That's like quite a bit harder. Like going from level 5 to 10. But everyone's doing awesome. Choose your own adventure. All right, let's cross the ankles here. Let's go for a vinyasa. So right ankle in front, hands shifting forward, either stepping back to downward dog or to plank to flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward dog. So on the left side, lifting that left knee to the ceiling, opening the hip, taking one big wide circle with the left knee. Send the leg back, inhale, knee to wrist for your exhale, pigeon pose. Settling into your version that feels right for your hip today. Coming forward when you're ready to find stillness. Commit to that stillness, right? Notice the tendency to want to fidget here, especially if there's discomfort. We're training our attention to be steady, and it's easier to steady the attention if the body is steady. What are you exhaling out? What are you letting go of with your exhales here? With your last 2 breaths, a little bit deeper and longer. Good. Slowly lift up. Slowly lean into the left hip. Swing that right leg around to stop. Circle Mukasana. Using the hands to settle down to that right hip crease, right hip. Close the eyes to begin. Breathe deeply into your experience in the body. Can we get really present and interested about what's happening right now? What is actually happening, not what the mind is doing or moving around. So where are you here? Folding if you'd like. Sending that energy of release with each breath out. Good, last breath here. Slowly lift, lean back, stretch the legs, give them a shake. Nice one. All right, let's come on to the back. I always like to do this super slow because what's the rush? Our whole life is a rush. So let's slow it down. Lowering for 5, for 4, breathing for 3, 2, and all the way down. Once you've landed, lift your legs. Shake, 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 shake out the legs. Whoo. Literally shaking the sillies out. Thighs, ankles, toes, shaking out the tension, shaking out all that work you did in the legs today. Deep breath in through the nose. Keep shaking as you breathe out. Inhale, keep shaking a little faster. Exhale, deep breath. One more deep breath in. Hold the breath in. And exhale, land the feet. Good. Bring your knees together, feet wide, knees settle. Feel into that stillness, that pulse of energy in the body. Coming into one final pose here. We'll take a happy baby. So we'll hug the knees into the chest. Take the knees open towards your armpits. Either stay here or lift the feet to stack over the knees. Hold on to the ankles or the outer lines of the feet. As you pull your knees down, let your lower back lift up to start. But then resist the tailbone back down towards the mat. So try holding onto the ankles and widen the feet a bit. Yeah. Good. Lengthening through the neck. Stretching the lower back here. Last breath. Bring your legs straight out on your mat. Going to do a little rock to close our practice today. So there's a little bit of activity in the feet here. The feet will be flexed gently, and we're going to pulse the balls of our feet forward and back. And that movement in our ankle joint is going to hopefully shake the whole body. So think about pulsing through the ankle joints, forward and back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. It's pretty fast. And the whole body should be pulsing. And this movement invites the body to release. The tissues and the muscles to start to soften. Bring your feet hips to seat. So the only activity that's active is in the ankle joint. The rest of the body is just reverberating. Think of it more in the ankle. What are you letting go of? It's not easy to let go of things from our past. There's a lot of emotional baggage. That's normal. But through movement, through breath, through intention, we can at least move that process along a little bit. Little by little, shifting those areas that we're holding on to. Loosening our grip on those memories, on those emotions. When you're ready, find stillness, finding your final resting pose, any shape for you. Sinking in. Feeling the whole body at once. Feeling into the legs. With a lot of strengthening and opening in our hips today. Notice the sensations in your hips, in your thighs. Feeling down the legs into your feet and the soles of the feet. It feels right to return your mind's attention to that memory or that energy or thing that's been on your mind. You're still holding from the past. And as you hold that in your mind's attention, noticing where you might feel that in the body, a certain place that is holding that emotional baggage. Could be the hips, could be somewhere else. A gentle scan of the body might reveal an area of density. Each of us holding stress in different parts of the body. Last few moments here to just settle into your experience, letting the mind be open, taking in, soaking in this moment. And when you feel ready to gently move the fingers, stretch the arms overhead. Bend the knees and roll over to one side. Finding a comfortable seat here, bringing the palms connected at the heart center. This energy of aliveness and presence that you've generated from your practice, moving forward into your day. We'll close with one chant of Om, exhale all the breath out. Deep breath in. Full exhale. Inhale. Om. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you,
And I
Megan.
wish, thanks, Sam. You're welcome.
Great
I hope
class.
you have, oh, good. I hope you have a good day. It's nice and hot today. Bye, Lynn. We'll see you soon. Bye, Mary Ellen.
Hi, that was great.
Enjoy the day, everyone.